Hey everybody.
Hey guys, it's Mark and Laurie Gable with Gable's on the Go. For some of you guys that have been watching our channel for a really long time, we really appreciate it, and we have to apologize. We know it's been forever.
It has been a while.
Since we shot a video. We've been so busy, we've got so much to share with you, and thanks for checking back with us so you can see our latest video. And for you guys that are new to our channel, we're Mark and Laurie Gable. We're real estate agents here down in the Florida Keys.
Yes.
And today we're going to share our home with you. We'll show you what we've done over the last year and a half here. We bought a fixer-upper and we fixed her up.
We did. There was a lot of fixing up.
Somewhat, yeah. So we're going to take you through that. We're going to show you what a house in the $750,000 price range looks like here in the Florida Keys. Maybe it'll give you an idea if you're thinking about moving to the Keys, living waterfront, what you can expect and how much that will cost. So come on along, we'll show you our home here in the Florida Keys, and we'll share some exciting news with you towards the end. Make sure you watch towards the end, we got some big news.
That's right.
All right, let's go check out the house.
All right, let's go check it out. Do we want to start outside?
Sure.
Yeah, let's start outside because right here in front of us
is the boat.
And the canal, which is what everybody wants to do down here, is go on the boat and get on the water. And we have our boat right here on the canal in front of our home.
Yeah. Sitting out here in the sun, drying up.
And they will take a beating out here for sure.
Yeah.
They really need to be taken care of, covered, waxed, and all that stuff.
Yeah, but we're right here on the canal, so you can see down this way past my old davits there. The canal goes all the way down this way and then all the way out that way. And if you make a left at the end of our canal and you go straight out about 7 to 10 minutes, get right out to the Atlantic Ocean.
Quick ride. Right
behind Little Palm Island.
Just enough time to put your sunscreen on before you get there.
Exactly. Show the boat ramp over there.
All right, let's go look at this boat ramp. So I was really excited when we found out there was a boat ramp here. But then, to my disappointment, you actually
found out that you can't actually put a boat in.
You cannot put a boat in here. A small boat, a kayak, canoe, paddleboard, be fine. Something really small, jet skis would probably.
Yeah, you could put jet skis in here. Well, the problem is it has a drop off right out there on the end. It just kind of goes straight down. So if you tried to back a trailer in there, wheels would fall off. Boom, you'd have a tough time getting any sizable boat in there. Maybe a skiff.
Yeah,
you probably do.
We did have our little Craig cat that we did put in through this ramp, and it worked out fine. Yeah. We did have a tree in the way that we had to cut out so we could actually get in here. Yeah. But other than that, it worked out great.
All right. Let's see some more.
Underneath the house, lots of good storage and shady area to hang out, make an outdoor kitchen, whatever you'd like to do. You can park your car under there. You can put a hot tub under there, which we did.
We did.
As you can see.
We did, and then lost it in the first hurricane.
Yeah, Ian kind of
motor flooded.
Yeah. So that's a risk you take unless you have it elevated.
Oh yeah. But you can see the main important stuff sits up there high, 9 feet off the ground. And there's still a lot of work to do here to get things right. I mean, we need to do this underside and stuff like that. But we've come a long way in the last year and a half. And keep in mind, meanwhile, we're trying to shoot videos, sell real estate, and do all the other things we do. So,
all right. So this lot is actually 6,000 square feet. And as you can see, we are able to fit our boat trailer, which is not a small trailer itself. We park a car, we've got our truck that we'll park here, and we still got room for probably 3 or 4 more cars in here. Yeah, it's a lot of space actually.
Yeah, the lot's 60 by 100, 100 deep, 60 wide, and that's pretty common for these neighborhoods like that down in the Keys. This is roughly the size of a lot of the lots. Our little tree over there split a little bit when the water came in and Ian, so we've got our brace rope up here trying to save his life. Hopefully it will.
And what I learned through Ian from a lot of people down here. They said once you have a flood like that, go back and fresh water all your plants, your trees and everything. Get that hose out and give them fresh water and try to rinse as much of that salt out of the roots as you can, and they have a better chance of surviving. Now you can see ours, I didn't do that, and they look just fine, actually. They did look pretty rough for a week or so, or a month.
They came back quick.
They came back quick, and your native plants will do that. They're used to it down here like that, with
Yep.
the salt air and water.
So we
and
got
everything.
space over here to park our RV when we're not out camping or doing something in it, which is not much these days. All
And
right.
you cannot live in the RV.
Yeah.
You cannot have your friends stay in the RV. It is only parked here just as storage.
Yeah.
Now we do have it plugged in just to keep the air running and keep all that fresh, so it doesn't get hot and icky smelling
Yeah.
in there. So we'll come over here and I'll show you my laundry room.
Oh boy. You better be sitting down for this.
It's cozy.
It is cozy for
And
sure.
my aloe is doing wonderful here.
Your
It's
aloe
come up
is
with a
doing
whole
good.
lot of babies. So this is my little laundry shed. You can see in here. I have a hanging rack for my things that need to hang dry, and washer and dryer, some storage, and it works out fine.
Yep, believe it or not, this is not that unusual for these little
No.
old houses in the Florida Keys. This house was built in 1972 and I think finished in 75, and this was really common back then. We see a lot of places with the washers and dryers on the porches, up top on the porch, all over the place. All right.
But it's really not bad because, I mean, the amount of times it's rainy or not cold here, but rainy, it's, no big deal. You call it the Stairmaster when you walk down to do your laundry.
There you go. Get your exercise.
So here is our screened-in porch, one of our favorite places to hang out, cook out, hang with friends. You see we've got some fans going in here, which keeps it nice and cool. You still get the breeze, and we have the no-seam screen up, which
Yeah.
protects us. And we ended up putting carpet out here just to keep the bugs from coming up through the wood pieces,
Yeah.
the planks.
For
Yeah.
you guys that are not familiar with no-see-ums, some people call them sand gnats, some people call them no-see-ums. I've heard them called all kind of things, but they're tiny, tiny little flying demons. They're awful.
They are terrible.
They eat me alive. So when you get screen, you got to get the special kind of screen that has the really, really small holes in it, like this, for the no-see-ums, and then it will keep your patio areas free
Much
from the
nicer.
little bitty guys.
Yes, no bug spray needed.
Yeah. As you can see, we got some trim work still to do around here to finish up. We just had impact windows and doors put in this house. Just to give you an idea, roughly, we probably had, what, $18,000 in that, babe? Yeah. Somewhere around 18 grand in the windows and doors that you see in here. And of course you have to get all that permitted. You can see that our stickers are still on the glass. We're awaiting our final inspection, and so but hurricane impact rated windows and doors can be pretty pricey.
They can be, especially if you have a triple slider like this. I think this alone
That
was
one door was like $8,000.
$8,000. So that's a big expense, If you
Yeah.
don't have these big sliders,
Yeah.
probably cut down on that cost a little bit.
Let's look at the view out here real quick. So you can see we got a house next door under some construction, but the houses, they're all similar, smaller houses like this. This is our neighbor's house over here. That house probably is in the pushing $2 million range. He's got all of this dockage out here, and then this half lot across there with a swimming pool that you can't see off the nose of the boat right there. But you can see the houses across the canal there, all those houses in there, 2-3-bedroom homes, probably somewhere around 900 to 1,000 square feet, and you're probably looking at 800, 850. This house here probably pushing 2 million. on down the canal down there. You know, you're looking at homes that'll go anywhere from, let's say, a low of about $800,000 up to, you know, if it's in decent shape, one like this over there, you might see that at $1 million. So you don't get a whole lot compared to Georgia down here, do you, babe?
It's a big difference. But this house is only 700 square feet. And let me show you how livable it is.
Yeah, it's actually very, very livable for a teeny tiny house.
It is. We've got everything we need, nothing we don't. So we've got our living room. And since we work from home most of the time, we have our desk set up here. They are super clean right now, and we'll tell you why at the end of the video.
That's where all the Gables on the Go magic happens.
That's
right there.
Right, and it's usually a lot messier than that. But anyway, we use this as our kitchen table. This works great, bar top, when you hang out there anyway.
Laurie painted that flamingo.
Oh, and I painted that flamingo. He's a funny little guy. But yeah, I mean, we've got a room for a microwave stove, everything that you need in here, and a really good working area for doing.
Yeah, for such a tiny little house, I mean, for only 700 square feet, I mean, this whole house would have fit in our living room back in Georgia, I think. But, you know, for such a tiny little space, actually the way it's laid out, it's quite handy. I mean, you know, that's a good 2-butt kitchen at least right there.
Oh, yeah. And we fit 4 and 5 and 6
We've had 4, 5, 6 people over here hanging out and watching a game or grilling out on the porch, and it works out just fine. I will let you off the hook quickly for everybody watching.
What?
So that you don't have to watch the whole video. No, our house is not for sale.
It is not.
It is not for sale. There are other plans. We are hanging on to it. We did sell our Georgia property, and we're making a couple of changes we'll share with you here real soon.
Did you show them my big TV?
Oh yeah.
This is my big TV because I wanted to watch the football games, college football on Saturdays. And this is where I sit and watch games, unless we're showing houses.
Yeah.
But other than that,
you gotta love it when your wife comes to you and she says, on your next commission check, I want you to buy me a 70-inch TV.
Big TV.
Or whatever size that was, 60-inch, 70-inch, I don't know what it was. She said, so I can watch college football. And I was like, gosh, I love you. Lucky man.
It is an acquired taste for us women, I know, but I have acquired that taste. Not all, but yeah.
All right, take us on through the rest.
We have our little hallway, little linen closet here, which is relatively neat. I mean, it's not horrible.
It's enough space to keep your
towels and
stuff.
sheets and blankets. Yeah. And then here's our master bedroom. So we've got a king size bed in here, fits great, our nightstands, and we have a little matching chest, which I found at Liz's Hidden Treasures.
Secondhand store?
Yes,
yeah.
It's perfect. Well, we didn't know what we really wanted at the time, and you know, furniture being so expensive and sometimes waiting for months to get furniture.
Yeah.
It's like, here's an easy fix, and it fits perfect.
Yeah. And it was, that was the key in here. You know, this room's only 12 by 13, so, you know, we had to find furniture that would fit in the space. You know, kind of looks like kids' furniture, but it'll work.
It's not, it's wicker. I mean, you know, it's cute. And I found these cute little benches on Wayfair. I've got one, and he's got one for a shoe rack.
Yeah.
And I really like it because you can still sit down and put your shoes on, have a little place to store them.
Yeah.
Because you'll notice we don't have a closet in here. So guess what we did? We made a closet in the other bedroom because I want a walk-in closet. I want a place to work out. I need a place to do my hair and makeup and all that good stuff. So I needed my whole own room. My own whole room.
Show your closet.
Okay. So let's come in here and see my walk-in closet, workout room, beauty room, all that good stuff.
Slash everything.
Everything.
Anything we can't find space to do anything else with.
That's right. That's right. So I kind of just fixed it up so that it works for me. Obviously, it's not pretty, but it's very functional. I have a little workout place here, which is plenty of room to do my exercises, and have storage over here.
Got a little makeup table here.
Got my little Barbie makeup table. That's what it calls it.
It is. It's like a little girl makeup table.
I looked forever. It was just like I could find anything I liked, so there you go. Little clothes racks, just regular shelves from Home Depot work perfect. And then
that's my one rack I get right there.
That's, well, actually from here over.
That's it. That's my one.
He doesn't need
We're being
much.
Brutally honest in this video.
Hey, but you know what? You know how many of these shirts you don't wear?
I know.
Yeah.
You don't wear
Same
a ton
for
of
me.
clothes down here in the Keys anyway.
That's true. We kind of just rinse, repeat, rinse, and recycle or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
so that's my little.
I'll show your new
Getaway.
watch that our
Oh yeah.
our last closing.
Sweet customers.
Yes.
Mariah and Miguel got us matching watches.
I know.
Aren't they pretty?
That was so nice.
That's, yeah, a little gift.
They closed on a nice home
Up in Marathon.
up in Knights Key.
Mhm.
Ocean views, beautiful place.
And I love this jewelry bag. Ladies, this is awesome because you can see all your jewelry and you don't have to worry about drawers and pockets and tangles. It's perfect. Amazon. So we've got our regular shower right here and a regular toilet
Yep.
and a regular sink. Almost.
Barely. See if
It's
I
a
can get
sink.
in here to even show it.
It's a sink, and it just has a little counter space. You've got enough room for your toothbrush and toothpaste and soap, and everything else needs to happen in the other room. For me,
Yep.
anyway, because I like to spread out with all my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, house this size, fine for two people with no kids.
Yeah.
I could see, someone maybe older, retired, just wants a place on the water down here in the Keys, similar to this. It's all you need. It's easy upkeep, not a lot of floor space to take care of.
Yeah, and when we bought it, there were two people living here. They were renting, and they just used both bedrooms, and it was fine for them. It worked
Yeah.
out. So you could use the other bedroom. They had a bed in there. I just
Yeah.
said, well, there's no sense in doing that when I want all this.
All right, guys, so we wanted to take a few minutes here with you after the tour of the house there and kind of see if we can answer some questions that you might have about, how did we come up with this house? Like we said before, we've been here a year and a half. It's taken us a year and a half to get to where we are with it.
With the repairs and things that needed to be done, it's taken quite a while.
Yeah.
And you just need to expect that. We're on island time here. Don't get in a hurry. Just relax.
Just relax. If you don't, you'll worry yourself sick about it because nobody shows up on time. It's just one of those things. You got to be patient, smile, remind yourself that you're in the Florida Keys, in the islands, and chill.
And chill. That's right.
And then bang your fists a lot.
We are starting to find a few people that have, shown up when they said they would, do the work like
Yeah.
they said, and it's starting to come around. Just, you got to weed through a few businesses before you find it.
Yeah, for
sometimes.
sure. So when we found this house, as you guys know, Laurie and I are realtors down here in the Keys, and we find out about most everything that's coming on the market. I mean, some we don't hear about because it could be a for sale by owner or whatever, and we just never hear about it. But with this house, we found it word of mouth. Found out that somebody was getting ready to sell the house. I contacted the people, talked to them, and the house did need a lot of work, a whole lot of work.
A lot.
It was a little overwhelming when we first got here, all the cleaning and things. The good news is it didn't need structural things.
Well, the spalling was structural.
The spalling, yeah. We had the
Yeah.
spalling, on the concrete downstairs under the pillars. That's the first thing we knocked out, from a safety reason, and you can't let spalling continue. If you don't know what spalling is, it's basically where your concrete splits from rusting rebar on the inside of it. You can go back through our videos, and if I'm successful, I'll try to put a link on the screen to our spalling video if you're interested in that. That's a big deal anywhere along the coast, whether it's the Florida Keys or anywhere else. Spalling is a really big deal. So we worked through that. Mainly it was just a lot of cleaning, painting, flooring, just getting things back to, you know, where they're livable and presentable. We're going to go ahead and let you know, guys, you know, kind of what the financing looked, or what our finances look like on this home. So we got in here a year and a half ago. It was last July. We purchased the house for $300,000. We had to act quickly. Wasn't much time to think about it. You just had to jump on it. We knew it was a good deal at the time, but we also knew that it would need a ton of work. We knew that we were going to put, you know, $100,000, maybe $200,000 more into it.
I think we're at $120,000 right now.
Yeah, so over the last year and a half, we've put about $120,000 back into the house. So we've got about $420,000 in it now, roughly.
Roughly.
We never actually balanced it out to see, because once you get going, you know how, you know, your millionth trip to Home Depot, you don't need to keep up with, you know, every 20 bucks you spend. But we got the place cleaned up, fixed up. It was not our intention to flip this house. We're not going to flip this house. We are going to hang on to it. And today, in today's market, if we had to list this house right now, and we haven't even put a lot of thought into this, like I said, because it's not our intention at all to sell. But I would think somewhere between $700,000 and $750,000 would be about where this house should list at. I think it would probably bring somewhere within that number, and that's as of the filming of this video today. So I'll make sure to put the date on the screen. If you're watching this a year or two down the road, no telling what's going to happen. Up, down, we don't know.
Who knows?
So we're hoping it continues to go up. But so that was what the finances looked like getting in here, and then putting the extra money into it. So, you know, a great investment for us. You know, we do feel like we'll make money on the house whenever we do sell it. And the best thing is we, you know, got away from renting down here in the Keys. That is extraordinarily expensive. It was tough for us to get into a small place like this and readjust to having such, you know, little square footage compared to what we were used to before. But
if you rent here, like if you wanted to rent this house, it would be $3,000 a month.
$3,500 a month, probably. Yeah, $3,500 a month. And actually, if we were to put it up for rent at $3,500 a month, I think we'd have 10 people call us today. You know, trying to rent.
Rentals are hard to find right now.
To be on the water down here, and just to find a rental at all. So, you know, that's kind of what it looks like. So if you call us up and you're interested in a home somewhere in the, let's say, $700 to $800 price range, a lot of the stuff that we'll go look at will be very similar to this. It'll probably need work. It's going to be a lot smaller. Right now in the Florida Keys, to get, let's say, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, newer home, modular on the water, if you've got ocean access, park your boat right out your back door. I mean, we're starting with most places probably around $1 million minimum, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
And working up from there for a nicer home. Every now and then we can find that diamond in the rough down here, like this one. You can get in, you know, less expensively. Maybe could get on the water for $500-600 these days, but you're going to have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of hurdles to jump. The house may be financeable, may not be financeable, just depending on the condition of it. You know, so just things to think about if you want to give us a call and try to do something similar to what we've done here. And I will tell you something, guys. It's very, very rare to find what we did. We were extremely fortunate. You know, I don't want to mislead anybody in this video and tell you, hey, you know, you come down here to Florida Keys, spend $300,000, spend another 100 or so, fix a place up and flip it, and you're going to make a ton of money. If that was the case, and we could find them all over the place, I'd be coming up with some money somewhere. You know, we're in real estate, and we don't do it all the time. It is done. I'm sure, you know, people find deals like that all the time. It's just got to be in the right place at the right time, talk to the right people. Call your real estate agent. Maybe we can help you find something like that. Let's talk about property tax, insurances. If you have a mortgage on a home, your bank will require you, or your lender will require you, to have your insurances down here. You're going to need 3: flood, wind, and hazard insurance. We call it homeowners back in Florida. That's your hazard.
Back in Georgia.
Oh yeah, back in Georgia. There's not going to be a back in Georgia anymore. We sold our property in Georgia.
We did. So we might buy another one day.
This is it. We might get us a little cabin in the woods up there or something. But so your property tax down here, you can figure on roughly 1% of the purchase price of your house. So if you buy $1 million home, you're probably looking at about $10,000 a year in property taxes in Monroe County. And that's rough. You can get the actual millage rates off the internet and check that out. Insurance, you'll need all three of those: flood, wind,
if
and
you have a
hazard.
mortgage.
If you have a mortgage, or you elect to. What we did on this house is we did not get a flood policy on the house. The previous owner did not have a flood policy. We couldn't assume an older flood policy, which is the way to do it if you can down here. And in our flood on this house, we're sitting 10 feet off the ground. Relatively no chance of flooding, other than downstairs and
which insurance is not going to cover
they're
downstairs
not going to cover it anyway. So that flood policy alone would have been like $3,700, $4,000, something like that
a year
per year. Yeah. So we went with wind and hazard insurance on the house, and that alone is what, over $4,000 per year, just to have wind coverage on the house. So insurances can stack up down here, and kind of getting through that and understanding what will save you money and what will not. This house is a perfect example of that. We are 10 feet off the ground. We are elevated. It is a pre-firm house, pre-1975 or 74. But our flood insurance is not cheap here. You would think it would be, and it used to be. For an elevated home, let's say 2 years ago, we probably could have got $500-600 a year in flood insurance on this house if we had an assumable policy. Now you can't do that. Since October of last year, the new FEMA 2.0 stuff started up, and those flood insurance policies have gotten expensive. So every property is different. There's no way you can say, well, what would I roughly pay for insurance? It's literally a property by property thing. And Laurie and I can help you with that. We've got great contacts with insurance agents down here local that can help us get an idea of what insurance would cost on a house like this.
And we're down here in Ramrod Key. So basically we have, we can go to Key West or Marathon for big city things. And we have a grocery store here, Winn-Dixie, and we have a CVS, a Walgreens, Ace Hardware,
a Napa Auto Parts,
some restaurants. So there are some conveniences down here, just not quite as much as Marathon or Key West, but you're only 30 minutes or so from either direction.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to do in Key West, things to do in Marathon, so we make it a fun trip too.
Yeah,
when we go.
We did. All right, we want to reveal the big news.
Yeah, we'll reveal the big news.
Okay.
We're excited about it.
All right, well, part of the reason you have not seen a video from us in 47 days, I'm ashamed. We've been super busy, guys. We sold our home in Georgia. We finally got that closed, got everything done up there, rushed up there, tried to move 20 plus years of living, do what we could with it. We had nowhere to bring it here, so we had to get rid of almost everything that we have. So we got an opportunity to buy another house, and we did. We bought a house in Marathon. I'll give you a sneak peek of it real quick in the video, but you got to watch another video. We'll give you a full walkthrough on that house, and we'll tell you how we got in that house and what that looks like. And we'll share that with you in an upcoming video. So we have elected to hang on to this house. We're going to rent it to some very good friends of ours. They're going to be here long term. Even possibly considering, possibly buying this house on down the road from us if it works out. So we'll have great folks here that we're friends with. We'll probably be back here a lot. Probably see videos on the porch with Jim and Janet. We'll be hanging out and cooking and shooting videos out there.
We'll come down and go out on their boat. They can come up to Marathon and go out on our boat.
Yep. So there's a lot of details about the Marathon house we want to share with you. It's a completely different deal than what we've got here, but I'm going to save that for the next video. Hopefully we'll get to make that. So literally, guys, tonight is our last night at this house. We are moving all our stuff. Our movers are coming tomorrow, and we'll be in Marathon and shooting again from Marathon. So if you remember back in the early days of Gables on the Go, we're going again. Going back. So it's been, and you know what, this neighborhood has been fantastic. We've enjoyed living down here. We don't have any problems, but you know, let's face it, it's always about making the best decisions financially that you can, having what you want and need, and things are just working out for us in a way that, you know, we can make this move and have a house in Marathon and some special things there.
And if this house were in Marathon, we would have bought it.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
I mean, we just like Marathon. We like it down here. This is a great location as well. A little bit quieter, you know, and if you go to Marathon, you do have to consider that is a vacation rental zone.
Yeah.
So, you know, you may have more vacation rental houses around you than you do down here.
Yeah.
So that's why I say it's a little quieter. Now you can rent houses down here for 30 days.
Yeah.
So there may be some rentals, but they're kind of long-termish.
Yeah, Marathon you can rent down to 7 nights at a time. That is not what we're doing in Marathon either. We're not renting our house. That will be our primary residence. We got to get everything switched over from this house to that house, and we're not going to be renting. But we're excited about the neighborhood we're going to be in, and yeah, it was exciting. I don't want to give away too much now on a new house. We got to do the other video.
Can't say too much.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have questions about living in the Florida Keys, what's it like, you know, talking about finances, talking about homes down here, anything,
Talking about insurance,
anything, or just vacationing down here, if you just want to get our feedback on it, we're always glad to help you. Feel free to give us a call. You can find all the information in the description below the video. I'll put stuff on the screen so you know how to get in touch with Laurie and I. And we're always happy to talk to you. And even if you're not in the market today, it may be a year, 2 years down the road before you think you can make a move like this. It's always good to start your homework, and Laurie and I are glad to talk with you about it and get things going for you so you can see listings and start learning the things you need to know to buy in the Florida Keys. And we're happy to help. So, all right, guys. Well, thanks so much for watching Gables on the Go. We are going to get better with getting videos out more. That is one of our goals with going back to Marathon. We're going to get you some videos out, try to get back to about 1 a week like we used to do.
Yeah. We had to get settled in. We've been spending a lot of time painting and trim work and doing things ourselves to save a little money on this new house.
And Thanksgiving, going to see Mom for Thanksgiving.
Yes, and seeing his mom for Thanksgiving. And then we have to go to Georgia on the 14th, and we're really excited for that because we're going to go spend some time with our family up there.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for continuing to watch our videos. We appreciate you very much, and we look forward to seeing you on the next video.
All right. See you later.
Bye.